Last concept, we discussed about box model in CSS, and today we are going to be discussing about positions in CSS. Positions, the very important concept. Basically, in HTML, elements are going to be arranging with different kind of positions. The first position is a static position. The second position is absolute position, absolute. And third position is relative position. And one more position is fixed position. Fourth position is fixed position. So how static position is going to be arranging elements, and how absolute position elements are going to be arranging, and how relative position elements are going to be arranging, and how fixed position elements are going to be arranging. And one more concept is z-index, very important concept. And interview questions also comes under this particular topics in the part of CSS interview. And some of the interview questions will be in the box model. Some of the interview questions will be in the selectors. That's enough. Only 20-30 questions enough for the part of CSS. HTML, few questions, only 15-20 questions. CSS, only 20-30 questions enough. JavaScript, you need to prepare well for interview questions. JavaScript, nearby 100-150 questions I'll provide with you. That's enough for interviews. React.js, I'll provide 50+ interview questions, enough. The most important interview questions people are asking in the part of React, JavaScript, CSS, and Bootstrap. Bootstrap people will ask only grid system. That's it. Okay. So coming to the static position, guys, how static position is going to be arranging. In static position, elements are going to be arranging in static order. In this position, elements are going to be arranging in static order. Elements are going to be arranging in static order. So what is the meaning of static order? I will tell. And one more point, in this position, elements not movable. In this position, elements not movable. Not movable. And one more point, in this position, top comma, right comma, left comma, bottom values will not apply. Bottom properties will not apply. And by default, all elements are going to be arranging in static position. By default, all elements are arranging in static position. So we will see how static position is going to be, elements are going to be arranging. Let's see one program on this particular static position. So let's save the programs in 10 AM, 31st, end of the month, and notes. And comes to the program. And there are multiple elements I'm going to be taking now. So let me take multiple elements. This is static position, static underscore position dot HTML. Dot HTML is compulsory, guys. Don't forget about it. People are actually forgetting dot HTML, then they are not getting the outputs and all. So please don't forget about the dot HTML. And H1 I'm taking. So here I'm taking something like a full stack. This is one H1. I'm taking one more H1. I'm taking one more H1. And let me write a style for this style sheet. So H1 is going to be having some background color. Background color of the H1 is going to be this one. And text align center. So that's enough. And you can see two elements are there on top of the browser, full stack. But these two elements are going to be arranging one after another. This is what actually static position is. And by default, I'm not saying any position here. But you can say position static. So position static, no need to say basically. Why? Because of all elements are arranging in static order, one after another. That is called a static position. Okay, so elements can't able to overlap. So now we will write one more point. In this position, In this position, elements cannot overlap. Elements cannot overlap. Elements are going to be arranging one after another. Elements are going to be arranging one after another. One after another. That's it. That's it. This is static position. How many elements you want, you can take. For example, if I'm taking a number of elements, all this number of elements are going to be arranging one after another. There is no concept of overlapping. There is no concept of overlapping. And one more point I told you. So there are multiple properties like left value. For example, all H1s I want to move from left side 10 pixel. All elements I want to move from left side 10 pixel towards right side. Left side I'm giving 10 pixel gap. So let's try to work with the left 10 pixel. If it is working or not. No, left value will not work. Left value will not work at the same time. Top value will not work at the same time. Bottom value will not work. Top 20 pixel I'm giving for all elements. Even top also not working. You can see that. Top value will not work, left value will not work, and bottom value will not work, and right value will not work. Any value will not work with a particular static position. Very important static position is. And by default, if you are not saying any position, default all elements are taking static position. But what about the second type of position? Second type of position is absolute position. This is very, very important position. In this position, elements are going to be, let me make it copy paste all these things. In this position, elements are going to be arranging in absolute order. In this position, elements are movable. In this position, top, right, left, bottom properties will apply. In this position, by default, all elements are in static position. We know that. In this position, elements can overlap. In this position, elements can overlap. Elements are going to be arranging in one after another. This also you can remove one top of another. One top of another. This is called absolute position. Absolute position is completely different. It is reverse to the static position. It is reverse to the static position. So what is the static position? For example, in the classroom, how people are actually sitting. How people are sitting. This is called static position. And in absolute position, what is going to be happen? And that guy is also sitting in the same place here. So on top of Govardhan, on top of Bhargav, some other people are Munish and Jagadish is going to be sitting in the same place. That is called absolute position. So elements can able to overlap. Elements can able to overlap. If I want to move Jagadish, I need to say some value for the Jagadish. Jagadish, sit down 10 pixel gap from the Govardhan. Then Jagadish will move. Jagadish will move. Otherwise, Jagadish will not move. If I am placing a number of elements, all these number of elements sit in the same place. So whenever I am saying the top value, left value, bottom value, then only the element is moving. Otherwise, the element can't able to move. That is absolute position. I'll take one example for you. Then you can able to easily understand what about absolute position is. So I'm taking a copy paste, and this is a absolute position. Absolute underscore position. Absolute position dot HTML. Okay, so here position absolute. Position absolute. I don't want to take this number of elements here. Just 2 elements enough. And background color is not good. I'm just taking the red color back. Now 2 elements are there, but these 2 elements are in absolute position. Can you see? Now these two H1s are in absolute position. In absolute position, 2 elements are actually overlapping one top of another. 2 elements are overlapping one top of another. So that is a problem. There is a problem with absolute position. Then based on the requirement, you have to move the elements. First of all, the elements are not taking 100% width. So let me give the width 100% for the 2 elements. Now 2 elements are going to be taking 100% width. But basically here we have 2 H1s. We are having 2 H1s, but let me go with the color. Color is going to be white. Text is not visible, right? So I'm taking color is white. When I take color white, so text is visible. We have 2 elements now. Okay. Go to the inspector, Right click on this, go to the inspector, come to the inspector and go to the inspect elements. This is the arrow mark. When you click on the arrow mark, then only you can see the HTML related content. So what is the content of the page? Content of the page is body. Inside the body, there are two H1s. So two H1s are there. Two elements are there. Even you take a number of elements. If I'm taking 5-6 elements, if I'm taking 5-6 elements, even though all these elements are going to be arranging one top of another. So how many elements are there basically in my page? 6 elements are there. But 6 elements we have now. We have 6 elements here, but 6 elements are going to be arranging one top of another. One top of another. That's it. But how to do manipulate? How to do move elements? How to do move elements? Okay, I have 2 elements, right? So for first element, what I want to do? First element, I will take a class. Can I take class? 1. Second element, I'll take a class. Class 2. Attribute I'm defining. Class 1, class 2. We know selectors. We know class selectors. So first element is differentiating by the class name called 1. Second element differentiate by the class name called 2. So now I want to move the first element. Just move the first element. Dot 1. I want to move the first element top 10 pixel. Top 10 pixel and left value also I want to move. Left value also I want to move. Left value 10 pixel I'm moving. Can I take width 30%? Okay. So first element is going to be having width 40%. It is differentiate. Now first element can able to move. First element can able to move. How much it is moving? From top side, from left side it is moving. And just now see the output of this. First element already moved. First element already moved. Top value moved, left value moved. Okay, second element also I want to move. Just make it move second element. 2 and having this top value, left value width, I want to just make it adjust. Top value something like 40 pixel, left value something like 60 pixel I want to move. And this could be something like 60%. And this will be having a background color something like a green color. I want to update this. Now see the second element and first element. Where is the first element? Where is the second element? First element is a red color one. Second element is a green color one. First element already moved. First element already moved. 10 pixel from top, 10 pixel from left. And second element also moved. Second element also moved from left, from top. So some gap taken. Some gap taken. So, and one more point you should remember here in this particular position, a static position, obsolete position. That point is very, very simple point. In this position, elements are moving from body. In this position, elements are moving from body. So one more point I will tell. In this position, top comma, left comma, bottom comma, right values are taking from body, not from the adjacent element. For first element I'm giving top left. Second element also I'm giving a top left, but top left is taking from the body. For each and every element basically recognizing the value from the body. Is it clear? For example, this girl Chandrakala, please sit 40 pixel gap from the left side. Now Chandrakala is going to be taking 40 pixel gap from the wall. So wall is the basically body. Chandrakala is going to be taking 40 pixel gap from the wall. Okay, now you tell me guys, if I am telling Chandrakala, take 10 pixel from top, take 10 pixel from left. Now Chandrakala is going to be taking 10 pixel from the top wall, 10 pixel from the left wall. And she is going to be sitting here. Her place is this. Why? Because of she is taking the place from the 10 pixel from wall and taking 10 pixel from that wall. Okay, can I say to Chandrakala, please sit 10 pixel from top, 10 pixel from bottom. It is possible. 10 pixel from top means she will sit here. 10 pixel from the bottom means she will sit there. Sir, this is okay, sir. That is not possible, sir. Opposite faces, you can't able to move the element. Okay, remember one point. Opposite faces, you can't able to. We can't move element. We can't move element. So this is not possible. But what is possibilities? What are the possibilities? Only from corners. Okay, that is elements can able to move. Elements can able to move from corners. From corners. Just try to understand. Elements can able to move from corners. If you want to move with two values, single value, okay, will apply. When I am giving two values, that is not possible. Okay, what are the possibilities? So can I give top? Top will work, right? Can I give right? Individual. Can I give left? Yes. Can I give bottom? Separate. Only top I want to move. Yes, possible. Only left I want to move. Possible. Only bottom I want to move. Possible. Only right I want to move. Possible. Okay, now tell me. Can I move top left? Top left is corner or not? Corner. Top left is basically corner. Corner will apply. Corner will apply. So top left element can able to move. Okay, let me tell you one more. Can I give top right? Possible. Corner. Just common sense. Simple common sense. Top right is possible or not? Yes, possible. Okay, so can I say bottom left? Bottom left. Corner kada. So this is corner again. Is possible. Can I say bottom right? Bottom right. Possible or not? Corner. Can I say top bottom? Top bottom. Opposite faces. Top is one face, bottom is one face. Opposite faces. Element can't able to move. Element can't able to move. So opposite face. Opposite face. This is not possible. Please try to understand. This is not possible. This is not possible. Next, tell me one more thing. Left, right, or right, left, whatever it may be. Opposite face or not? Opposite face. Possible, not possible? Not possible, exactly. So remember, not possible. Not possible means first value will take. If I say top bottom, top will apply, bottom will not apply. If I say left right, left will apply, bottom will not apply, or right will not apply. Can I show? Okay, so let me go to the absolute position, and I don't have multiple elements here. I'll take one element, a single element. Only one element I have. Let me do. For this one element, I want to move top and bottom. Top and bottom. Bottom I am giving 30 pixel. Top I am giving 100 pixel. Top I am giving 100 pixel. Bottom I am giving 30 pixel. Basically, combination of these two values are not possible. Combination will not work. Combination will not work. But what will work? Top will work. Can you see this? Top is working or not? Top is working or not? Okay, what is the bottom? What is the bottom? One element, top is 100 pixel, top 100 pixel it is taking, bottom 30 pixel it is not taking. Okay, so can I say top and left? Top and left is applicable or not? Top and left applicable or not? Top is applicable, left is applicable. So please try to remember, corners only possible to move the element. Opposite faces can't able to. This is what actually called absolute position. This is what actually called absolute position. Same concept for the relative also. Let me do one thing. Let me take one diagrammatic picture. So what is the static position? What is the absolute position? All these things. What is the static position? Elements are going to be arranging one after another. So is this a static position or not? So I'm going to be arranging all elements one after another. This is basically called static position. I have 4 elements. All 4 elements are one after another. This is called a static position. This is called a static position. Yes. Then what about absolute? What about absolute? Elements are going to be arranging one top of another. Elements are going to be arranging one top of another at the same time. At the same time, the values positions are going to be arranging from body. Positions are going to be arranging from body, and this position is going to be taking from the body, and here it is taking from the body. So corners, you have to please fix about corners. Move element from one corner. Either it is top left, either it is top right, or bottom left, bottom right. This is called absolute position. This absolute position is very, very important. Interview question also. Interview question, they want to check your knowledge. They can ask questions something like, what is static, what is absolute, what is relative. Now the third position is relative position. Third position is what? Relative position. What about relative position? In this relative position, elements are going to be arranging one top of another possible, but elements take position from the adjacent element. Element take position from the adjacent element. See, that is what actually. So first element is taking position from here and here. And second element is going to be taking here and here, not from the body. Not from the body. This is actually called a relative position. Don't confuse. Don't confuse. Absolute position, relative position, all the scenarios are common. Just one scenario is different. That scenario is elements taking position from body in absolute position. Elements take position from adjacent element in relative position. In the name only there, relative. For example, I am saying Chandrakala, please sit 10 pixel from left, 50 pixel from top, 50 pixel from top she will take from the wall. Why? Because here there is no person, only wall is there. She will take 50 pixel from top. Chandrakala, please take 30 pixel from the left side. When I say left side, she will take position from adjacent person or wall? Adjacent person. She will take position from Likita. She will take position from Likita 30 pixel and she will sit here in the golden place. This is what actually called relative position, relatively moving. Relatively from adjacent element it is moving. Static position, there is no concept of moving. In absolute position, concept of moving is there, but moving elements from the body edge. Moving elements from body edge. But in the relative position, elements are moving, but from the adjacent element. This concept is little bit a tricky concept, little bit confusing concept, but this is common sense concept. How I can able to arrange the value in the particular room, and that is what actually we need to learn. Positions arrangement. Arrange elements in bag. Arrange elements in the rack. Arrange elements in the rack is static position. Arranging elements in the bag is absolute position. You are going to be putting number of clothes in the bag. How you are putting? You are putting this, and you have some place. You are putting some one this. That is what called absolute position. But you are going to be arranging some elements in some books in the rack, and you are going to be putting the book, one book, next book, third book, fourth book. Elements are going to be arranging in the rack is static position. Elements are going to be arranging in the bag is the absolute position. That's it. One simple thing. Is it clear? So this is what actually relative position. This is relative position. This is relative. Then what about the fixed position? What about the fourth one? Fourth one is fixed position, right? What about fixed position? For example, this is the body. Inside the body, you have the element, and you have the lot of content in the body. You have lot of content in the body. Page is scrolling. Page is scrolling. I have 1000 elements. I have 2000 elements. For example, you have Amazon site. You have the Twitter site, you have the Instagram site, you have the Facebook site. Any website you take, header will not move. Your page is getting scrolled, but your header will not move. That is called fixed position. Header actually fixed on top of the page, web page. The total body is moving, the total content is scrolling, but this header will not move. This header will not move. This header is actually have in the fixed position. Some of the websites, some logo is there. Logo is not moved, but total content, total page will move, but logo is there. That is what called fixed position. Element is going to be fixing in that particular place. You people are going and coming. I am going and coming, and this will be here, and this will be here. This is fixed position. Am I right? So how? Oh my God, 10 minutes. This fixed position is very, very important. Okay, so how headers and footers are actually arranging in the particular websites, that is fixed position. That is fixed position. So this is fixed position. Let me do one thing. I will conclude all these things. Fixed position. That's it. Now, what about the Z index? Z index is very, very simple concept, guys. We have the number of elements one top of another based on the index number. Based on the index number. So one top of another. Suppose this is the black element. On top of the black element, red element. On top of the black and red, we have the green element or blue element. Now tell me index value, lower value. Index value, lower value is the bottom one. Suppose this is the 0, this is the 1, this is the 2. Index value, lower value is the down one. Index value, higher value is the top one. Elements are going to be arranging one top of another like this, but lower value index is bottom, higher value index is top. That is called Z index. That is called Z index. So I'll show one program on Z index also. Don't worry. Let me save the diagram. What is the date today? 31. Yeah. So this is positions. So let's go to the programs now and go to the nodes. Second one is absolute. What is the third one? Relative. Let me give the relative. Okay, so come to the relative. The third one is relative position. Just I will update the nodes. In this position, elements are going to be arranging in absolute order or relative order? Relative order. Next one. In this position, elements are movable. Yes or no? Yes. In this position, top left bottom properties will apply. Yes or no? In this position, elements can overlap. Yes. Elements are going to be arranging one top of another. Yes. In this position, elements are moving from adjacent element. This is actually changed here. In this position, top left bottom values will taking from the adjacent element. And opposite faces will not apply. That is actually common. Opposite faces we can't able to move the elements. Elements can able to move from the corners, and top left bottom will apply. Top right bottom corner will apply. So all these are actually possibilities. All these are not possibilities. Concept is same. Let me go with the relative position. Copy the complete program. Take the new program, and here I'm just changing the position to relative. That's it. I'm just changing the position to relative. So when I'm changing the position to relative, so save the program. This will be relative position. Relative position. .html. Okay, that's it. Now this is in the part of relative position. In the relative position, elements are going to be moving from adjacent elements. Okay, let me give the first value. Top and left 10 pixel. Top and left 10 pixel. And for this second element, top value is 30 pixel, and left value 60 pixel. No problem. Okay, now you see the two elements are going to be arranging one top of another. That is possible, but second element is taking top value 30 pixel from adjacent element. There is no adjacent element left side. Basically, left side adjacent element is only body. There is no adjacent element left, so that is actually taking left here. And the first element taking from this and this. There is no adjacent element for the first element, but second element have some adjacent element. That is our reason. Second element taking a 30 pixel gap. Top was 30 pixel. We are actually giving 30 pixel gap. So 30 pixel is taking from top. Got my point? Got my point? Okay. So let it be. I just want to go with the just top value 10 pixel. 10 pixel. Top value 10 pixel. So now you can able to easily observe where top value is taking from. Top value not taking from the body. If it is taking from the body, it will overlap on the red. It will overlap on the red. See, why? Because of one top 10, two top 10, both are in the same place. Both are in the same place. But here, both are not in the same place. Why? Because of it is in the part of relative position. In relative position, this is going to be taking position from the adjacent element. Same like Chandrakala is going to be sitting, or Chandrakala is taking place from the adjacent Likita's place, not from the wall. It can be overlap. Who is asking? It will overlap. It will overlap. You want to see? Both top zero. Both top zero is the overlap. There is no top property overlap. For example, this one I am not giving the top property. This one I am not giving top property. Then you see, left is taking. What? Where is H1? Okay. So here it is applying. Top 10, top left 10, top 20 pixel. Okay, so here top is there, but left is there. For two taking top from the H1. Let me switch off these two. Now only from the elements I am moving. It can be overlap if you are giving that. So one taking pixel position from top here, and two also I'm taking the top value. If I'm not taking the top value, there is no top value apply for the two, right? There is no top value applying for the two, but it is taking position from. It is not taking position from the body basically. It is not taking position from the body. It is taking position from the adjacent element. That is. Okay, so can I give top here? Can I give top here minus 30 pixel? Top value minus 30 pixel. Yes. It can be overlap. It can be overlap. Why? Because of I'm giving minus. Okay, minus value, negative value will also apply. So this is the concept of relative position. I got you people got to understand how the positions are getting applied for the static position, absolute position, and one more is the relative position. The next one, fourth one, fixed position. Fixed position. Fixed position. So in this particular fixed position, how elements are going to be arranging? Concept is same. Concept is same. Okay, so in this position, elements are going to be arranging in fixed order. Fixed order. And one more point, in this position, elements are movable. In this position, top, right, left properties will apply. In this position, element can overlap. Elements are going to be arranging on top of another as possible, all these things. In this position, elements are moving in the from adjacent element. This is not there. Okay, this is also not there. And opposite faces can't move element. That is okay. That is clear. And elements can able to move from the corners. That able to clear. So all these are actually common. Okay, next I will take one simple program for the fixed position. I will take one simple program for the fixed position. Fixed position dot HTML. Yes, I will take a H1 and full stack web development. Full stack web development in Hyderabad. Okay, so let me write some style sheet for this. Style. Okay, H1 H1 is going to be having some background color, red, color will be white, and text align center, and position fixed, and width of the element is 100%, and the top value 0 pixel, left value 0 pixel, margin 0 pixel, and padding 30 pixel. Just to see